Welcome here. This is kind of like a part 2, but I'm changing topics. So I'm actually going to start a new video. I am actually at the Star Ferry that's going to go to Central. And by the way, I'm in Hong Kong and I'm on the Tsim Sha Tsui side, or also known as TST, which is here. I'll just quickly let you have a look around in 360 mode. Over there is Harbour City, which is quite a nice mall. And then here is the bus terminal. On the TST side, it's quite easy just to get off the ferry and then pop on a bus, and it can get you to most places in Kowloon if you know where to go. Google is quite good. You can just Google and it will tell you these days. Love having the internet and this technology Googled. So much easier. Before, when I came to Hong Kong, it's kind of hard, and you don't want to lug around a map, but it's you kind of have to. And then I don't know. It's kind of hard to know which bus routes to go to. You needed a book to tell you that. I remember having a book, and you'd look up the book to tell you where to go, and it was really difficult. Anyway, Star Ferry to Central is where I'm going, as you can see here. But there are actually 2 levels of the ferry to Central, and I am going to take the high roller upper level. So this is the slightly cheaper. I think it's like $2.10 or something. Probably even tells you, I don't know. Have a look at this. Actually, it's quite often you get a ferry. It's only 9 minutes, and 6 minutes, maybe 10 minutes during the less peak hour is when it goes across. So as I was saying, I'm going to go on the upper level. It's like, I don't know, $1 or something more expensive in Hong Kong. But it's a little bit nicer. But you should try both, because they're pretty much the same really. But I think it's a little quieter on the upper deck, and I think in summer they have a bit more air conditioning. So it may be worth the extra $1 or 2 Hong Kong dollars. That's not much at all. I'm probably going to miss my ferry, but see? Oh, lower deck. I totally messed up. Okay, so that's the lower deck, and people are running. But I'm trying to get the upper deck on, which I was actually in the right place. So I'm going to head back there. There it is. See the red? See the blue sign to upper deck? This is the one I'm going, and I'm going to the Central one. So I'm going here to Central. Now I'm going to try to be a little bit quicker, because I think I'm about to miss my ferry. But it doesn't matter. There's going to be another one in 10 minutes or something. So worst case is you get to listen to me chat for like 10 minutes. Oh, and by the way, if you're not familiar with this channel, or you haven't been following, it is 2022, and we're in the middle of a pandemic. And right now, Hong Kong is in a bit of a semi-lockdown, like a lot of restrictions right now. People are quite afraid of the virus, so everyone's staying home. Currently, we're up to the Omicron variant. Now I'm suddenly really quiet now, and I'm actually going to put the camera down while I pull my pants up. As you know, I'll just do it like this because it's kind of sliding down. I didn't wear a belt. Alright, hope that wasn't too awkward. Alright, well actually it's super quiet. Look at this. I'm going to walk a bit slower so you can enjoy the area, and put the camera up a little bit higher so I'm kind of out of the way. But oh, that's the ferry. Better hurry my ass up, maybe I can catch it. Okay, got the octopus card. So $3.20. I think downstairs might be $2 something, so it is a little bit cheaper. Now, don't know what, itchy. I don't know what people are waiting for. Oh, I can't actually board yet. So the ferry's here. I suppose people just got off it. It's like really quiet. It is a little late now, but a life jacket video. A little late now, but not that late. So here we are. That's going to open soon and let the crowd of people, which is like 5 of us, board the ferry. Just check it's still recording, which it is. And I'm going to stick the camera out the window so you can have a look at our ferry that we're going to go on. Kind of the good thing about 360 cameras is you can do this. And yeah, I have the mic, so you're still going to be able to hear me even though the camera is quite far away. And yeah, I am actually commentating live. I don't know if you can see, but I do have the face mask on, so I guess you can't see any lip movement. Which actually might be a good thing, because last time I tried to synchronize these videos and using plural eyes, and like the sync, because I got the camera on one device and I've got a microphone and a recorder on a separate device, I'm going to match them up. It wasn't exactly matched on my software, which is annoying because the software is supposed to, that's what it does, it matches it up exactly. So bit of a fail there, but no problem. No problem. You can kind of just nudge it a bit, but it just gives you a lot more effort. I mean, it doesn't take that long, but I'd rather not spend that 2 minutes of like tweaking and kind of annoying editing where I can just have it work. I mean, I pay like $300 US for that software. So yeah, that's a Star Ferry. And good, we're still recording this video. Alright, let's have a look around this waiting area. It is actually quite cold here. It is quite cold, but good thing I brought a warmer jacket. I might pop that on later if it gets a bit windy. Oh, there's another ferry on this side. There's like 2 ferries. Well, I'm sure they're running, otherwise they wouldn't have charged me the ticket money, but they haven't left anywhere. I don't know which one leaves first. Oh, probably, well, people are getting off this one. So I'm guessing the one on that side is going to be the one that leaves first, because that's more ready to leave, you know what I mean? Because people have gotten off it. But anyway, oh no, I was wrong again. We probably need longer to look around, but it's time to get on the ferry, so I'm going to do that. This gate just opened, and it's time to board. So yeah, enjoy this footage of me walking onto the ferry. Okay, camera's good. On the TST side, the Peng Chau side of Hong Kong, and we're going to head over to the island side. Hong Kong is a little bit like New York in that it's an island, and that around the island there's also like land. And here we go. It's actually, see, this is the upper deck level, like I was saying before. It's a little bit nicer, as in it's a bit brighter and there's a bit more shelter, I guess. There's a bit more windows. But it'd be worth taking the other deck on the way back or something, and then showing the difference there. So you can see, especially because this is a 360 camera. It's quite good for showing these spaces, and especially because this is like, we're literally, like 360 is stuff to look at. It's the whole entire ferry. If it was just a camera where I point and shoot at one thing, you don't get the all around you kind of look that you would in 360. Yes, probably could have said that more smooth, but you get the idea. And this is the front of the ferry. So So these windows do open too, but it's quite cool that I can just get the 360 camera and stick it out the window and give you a look outside as well. And you can see IFC is in front, that really tall building. That's the one that Batman jumped from in The Dark Knight. That's the one when they went to Hong Kong and there was some accountant there. And then Batman had to escape from, I think he escaped from the top of it with the aeroplane sort of release thing. But yeah, now we're leaving, and you can have a nice look at Hong Kong Harbour. Oh, and I hear behind me, I think it's Korean or Japanese. Those girls, they're not from Hong Kong. I think they're Korean. Anyway, the reason I mention it is because you don't get that many tourists around these days. You can't really travel to Hong Kong. There's hardly any flights going in and out. And also, we've got the quarantine still going on. Well, most countries just gave up and just said, oh, we'll let it become endemic and let the virus spread, and we'll immunize everyone and make sure the hospitals have a capacity. But I think in Hong Kong, because the population is so dense and because of the governmental policies, obviously the government is very wise in their decisions and have considered everything, that they will make the appropriate choices for this locality, which right now is trying to keep it to 0 infections, having the quarantine in place. I think it's 2 weeks or something like that if you're coming from certain countries, and if you do contract COVID, you have to go to Penny Bay, which is like a quarantine center. It's a jail. But yeah, this is quite a nice and very inexpensive trip, because $3 Hong Kong dollars, that's like 50 cents. You can get across. It's only a 10-minute ride, but you can get across and you can kind of see a bit of Hong Kong. And it's quite a skyline. So this should be quite a good view. I hope it comes out well in the 360 camera, because it's not great in low light. But yeah, actually I think those girls are from mainland China. But anyway, I don't speak any of those languages, so I have to listen to a bit more. I'm too busy commentating. Oh no, definitely mainland. I know those words. So yeah, well actually, even people from mainland have to quarantine when they come to Hong Kong. No, that's wrong. People have to, I think coming from the mainland they don't right now, but if they go back they definitely do. So that's the deal. And now this ferry is going really slow. I might go to the other side so you can have a look at the TST side. Whoa. So here's the other side. Stick the camera out. And yeah, we're looking at ICC, that tall tower that's on that side. Well, what I'm pointing to, that's ICC. It's got a nice little rooftop bar, you can go on top. Oh, I kind of missed the announcement, but there's a bit of a delay or something. So, but that's fine. We can kind of enjoy the ferry. I'll put this up so you can see from the top view. That might be a really good view, actually. I don't know what is on the top of the ferry, but because I can't see the camera. But if you're looking at this now on YouTube, then you can actually see what's on top of the ferry. Maybe there's some rubbish there. I don't know. But you should also be able to see a very nice skyline view of, what's this called? The harbour in Hong Kong. It's called Victoria Harbour. During the pandemic, which is everyone's kind of at home at the moment. I mean, this is kind of crazy because it's 2 years after COVID started. We're in 2022 of February, and still dealing with this virus. It was like years ago since I made those parody music videos. I thought we'd have it for a year and we'd be good, but no, not in Hong Kong. I think the rest of the world is doing okay. The policies are kind of allowing society to be a bit more free, and obviously they are prioritizing the opening of society at the cost of maybe more infections and more sickness and more hospital cases and more hospital admissions and ultimately more deaths. More people will actually die of the virus if they let it, if they relax the safety measures. But yeah, it's every area has to make their own decisions about what they want to do. Okay, better listen to this announcement. You can have a listen. I think it said some ferry is in the way, which is why we can't dock. I can probably see it from the front. Another ferry. I thought they only had 2 ferries. I guess they got a bunch and they just keep going back and forth, because you can kind of have a few things going on. You can have a few ferries in the water, and then you could have a bunch if you want to be really efficient, but you can see how empty this ferry is. So where's our pier? I think the one closest to us is the one, because there's actually a few piers out here. I think that's the one we're going to dock to, which I can see both sides are quite empty now. And what a view of Hong Kong, right? Look at this. It's the IFC right in front of us. We're quite close to it now. And actually, the whole Victoria Harbour is getting smaller and smaller. It's what's called reclaimed land. So they're basically chucking a whole bunch of concrete and bridging the gap bit by bit between Hong Kong Harbour. So Kowloon and Hong Kong Island, the gap, the water that's between them is just kind of getting closer, because they keep building stuff. They keep reclaiming the land, putting a bunch of concrete there and making more land, because Hong Kong is just too crowded. So the easiest way is to chuck a bunch of concrete and dirt in and then make the land bigger. And then people joke that when the ferry, like 30 years ago, it used to take a lot longer to get across, and that was before they reclaimed the land. And then they're going to keep reclaiming it, and then one day you're just going to be able to walk across. You won't even need to take the ferry or the MTR across. So here we go. I'm guessing we do a 180 degrees. I'm not sure if the ferry actually has a front or back, but it looks like this is the other side is the one that's going to be closer. Oops. Let's bump the camera. So I'll give you this view of us docking. Oh, I better double check that sound recorder is recording, because it's good to be paranoid. And I see the light is a solid light, which means it's recording. That's quite good. Yeah. So here we go. There's a guy with a stick, and he's gonna pull the door or something. Oh, this is the area. See how there are 2 exits or entrances? That's because we're on the upper floor. And actually, you can have a look at the lower floor. I'll just put the camera down like that. And then you can probably see, I can't actually see what's happening, but you can. Oh, the guy told me not to do that. So I guess for a second you could see what's happening. Oh, this guy, the stick is going to pull that thing there and anchor the boat. It's not an anchor, it's a, I don't know, a loop thing. And now it's time to get off and to get onto the next ferry, which should be quite a different look. So what I'll do is I'll probably cut the video at some point and start a new video for the next trip. It's good to have a whole bunch of shorter videos rather than one epic long, like hour and a half video, like full feature length blog, full feature length film length blog. Kind of, no one's going to watch that. Like, who has? I'd rather watch a movie I haven't seen or a movie I have seen than me talk like quite boringly for a while. Should have worn a belt because my pants keep falling down. It's damn annoying. Okay. Or at least brought some string so I could tie it together. I thought I was fat enough, but apparently not. Apparently these elastic stretch jeans are not elasticy enough to keep my pants on. Oh, there you go. You can have another 10-second look at this ferry and this area we're in, because I'm about to walk to the next ferry pier, which will take me to Peng Chau Island. It's one of the outlying islands in Hong Kong. Yeah, so I think now's actually a good time to end this video, no entry, and then start the next one, because that is the next point of this journey, and it's a very logical place to start the video. But just before I do that, I'll show you the ferry pier here, because you kind of need to know where to get on if you want to go from Central to TST. And the answer to that question is right here at Star Ferry Pier 7. You see there's the TST lower deck entrance. If you take this one, you can take the lower deck. Or if you want to take the upper deck, then you just take the stairs up. You can take it on my left, or there's an area over there you can go up as well. There's a kind of a big bridge that goes to Central. So if you took the ferry and you wanted to go to Central, then you could walk across that bridge. But right now I am going to walk over to the Peng Chau ferry, which I don't actually know when it leaves, so I might have to wait a while, but that's okay because we're not really in a rush. Kind of life is on pause right now. And that's the ferry we were just on. That ferry is called the Meridian Star. Like, that particular ferry is the Meridian Star. It's the Star Ferry to TST, and they all have their own names. And the one we took was the Meridian Star. There might be other stars. I mean, they have a whole fleet. They have a whole fleet of them that go there. There's the bridge that goes to Central, but that's kind of far away, so probably won't even know what I'm referring to if I point it out. Just my mask. There we go. It's got all this food. And now we're walking over to another pier, which will be the pier to Peng Chau Island. It's a small outlying island to Peng Chau Island in Hong Kong. There's a whole bunch of little islands that are small, and you take a little ferry to them. They're quite nice. It's really worth a good day to go and explore some of these. So right next to it is the one to Peng Chau, and on the left side, but there's also one you can go to Lantau as well. So that's the next pier. This is Pier 6. Pier 7 was Star Ferry. Pier 6 is the is this one, and then there's a whole bunch of them. I think that it goes up to number 10, and some of the other piers are private, well, not public piers, where you can take your you can hire a junk boat or a yacht, and then go wherever you want, because it's, you know, your chartered boat or your personal boat if you're rich enough. Okay, here we are. I am going to just check the time and then probably just start the next video. So we'll end it soon. Next sailing. Yeah. Because like no one really looks at the end of these videos, so I might as well just get my information so I can start the next one at a good spot. But yeah, we're no longer talking about the Star Ferry anymore. So here we go. I think this is a good place to end it, because I can talk about the next one yeah, right away. Alright, so I'll put that there. And thanks for watching this video, my diary and practice blog. And don't forget to unsubscribe and put your thumbs down, because it's kind of just a practice channel. But if you like it, then why not? You can also subscribe to it too. And then I guess it's part 3. We'll continue on this ferry.